The government has published a list of key employees whose children can still go to school despite the closures, which start this afternoon. Let's stay with the news on schools. What tips are there for parents trying to teach their children from home right now? We can speak to Murray Morrison, founder of Tassomai, which is a learning programme for children. Murray, good to speak to you. So, your app, how is it going to help people who are trying to keep their kids engaged in academic work at the moment?
Well, I would say Tassomai as an app is something that could form part of the bigger picture for parents trying to keep their children engaged and progressing academically in this potentially long period away from school. Tassomai in and of itself is a program that students can use to engage in quizzes, but those quizzes crucially read what students know, what they don't, and tailor themselves to that student. So it's called personalizing or adaptive quizzing technology. And it's been shown by loads of research out there to really improve students' retention of knowledge and engagement with the knowledge. When as parents we're trying to get our children to keep up with schoolwork, it's tempting to do lots of reading and looking at the resources out there. But if we're not getting them to embed that knowledge through practice, then you're not getting the most out of the value of that time.
And does that go across all subjects? Is there a selection to, tailor it and filter it by subject for these kids?
Well, in our case, yeah, I started by teaching science and maths, so that's kind of the core part of what we do, but we do have content, especially for younger learners, in English as well as French, but science and maths as well is a major part of what we do. And it's, as I say, it's part of a range of tools that parents could consider when they're trying to make sure that their children's education is provided for. There's lots of other great resources out there.
Yeah, alongside that, what are your tips for parents?
Well, actually, my first kind of set of tips would not be about buy this or get that. It's more about really setting your stall early in terms of putting together a sensible routine and coming to some agreement with your child or children about how you're gonna do this, even like a sort of a contract between you. You both need to slightly play a different role than parent and child that you might be playing for a decade or more. So setting up a good routine to say these are the hours we're going to keep. This is how we're going to break up the time between learning, between study, between reading, and crucially exercise and things that can help kind of keep people calm, meditative exercises. That kind of thing is the first thing to do. Beyond that, I would advise parents to look at the excellent resources on, for example, in the UK, BBC Bite Size produce fantastic education resources for all age groups, and look around at other apps that teachers are recommending. There are great things out there like GCSE Pod that really can help support you as you try and get your children through their learning.
Okay.
There's one other.
Yeah, go ahead.
Which is just, unless you are a teacher, we're not teachers, us parents, so think of what you're doing as more of an exercise in coaching. Be there with your child to learn together. Don't feel like you need to replace the teacher. It can be a fun, collaborative exercise if you enter into it in the right frame of mind like that.
Let's hope so. Murray Morrison, thank you very much indeed for taking the time to speak to us. Appreciate it.